Thomas, the lone receiver left. Lynch to throw. And he's got it, complete to Fowler. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 3rd down, Lynch. He's got time. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a big blitz down for a lot of defenses, especially if they sense that there's going to be a passing play, and they brought the pressure on that one and forced it incompletion.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And McManus able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to...
There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mark Ingram, 75 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Over! Check 4! Hey! 245!
They'll try and throw for it, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Everyone's got 4 down. Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This is a unit that only recovered 3 fumbles all of last year, the lowest total in the National Football League. They get the scoop and score here, though.
You have to know that that's a stat that they harped on all offseason. If they keep this up, that'll help them turn things around this year.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try. Here's Smith looking to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now it's Lynch. And that is incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action here on 1st down. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Lynch on 1st down. On the right side, caught by Green. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's a 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Check. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No, check. Patriot.
Once again, it's Lynch. Incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lynch. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So 2nd and 10 here. To throw again is Lynch. And this is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Here's Lynch. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Emmanuel Sanders, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Set, blue 45, under, 3. Switch.
And you know, every win is sweet, and I'm sure everybody enjoys a huge victory, but sometimes only winning by 1 score, 2 scores, a field goal, that can feel pretty satisfying too.
Without a doubt, because now you know that your team responds in critical pressure-packed situations. As a coach, as an organization, that makes you feel awfully good.